Good morning.
Good morning.
We are all affected by the universal energies of this combined reality that we co-create. There are times that we co-create an environment of love, acceptance, hope, and prosperity. There are other times that we co-create fear, uncertainty, division, and lack. In either of these situations, it is easy to give our power away to other people, situations, circumstances, and things. Let's see what we can learn from our friends, Wishy-Washy Wanda, Metaphysical Marty, and Empowered Edna, as they are discussing this very subject.
I'm beat, tired, and exhausted.
Sorry to hear that, Wanda. How come?
I just feel like everything is out of my control and I am using every ounce of effort I can muster just to try to hold things together.
I know what you mean, girl. These are really trying times.
It just feels like everything is taking 10 times more time, energy, and focus than it used to.
Sounds to me like you're trying to walk upstream against the current, in the river of life that you used to float down effortlessly.
That's about how it feels too, Marty.
What happened? What's changed?
I don't really know for sure. Sometimes in the last year, everything has seemed to flip through.
Well, let's take a look at it. How would you describe your life last year?
I was positive, always looking on the bright side of things. I felt much more abundant than I do today. Things just seemed easier then for some reason. I had time to enjoy the people and activities that are important to me. Overall, I just felt happy, content, even happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, I remember you a year ago. That does describe how you used to be. How do you feel now?
No. Honestly, I'm afraid. I'm exhausted.
What do you think has changed?
Everything. It just seems like two completely different worlds then and now.
Just offering an option. It sounds like back then you were focused on things on the love end of the spectrum. Now, however, it seems like fear is the focus.
Back then, everyone was focused on love. That made it easy. Now it seems that everyone is focused on the fear stuff.
The tides of energy do shift from time to time, and it's easy to get caught up in it if we're not careful.
Yes, what we focus on does seem to mirror what we experience.
Yes, law of attraction stuff. I know. I've seen The Secret.
Yes, Wanda, that plays a part. But there's another part.
What's that, Edna?
Going with the flow.
Not much seems to be flowing right now.
That's because right now things do not seem to be flowing. It takes a lot more energy to walk up the river than it does to allow its current to gently float you along.
No kidding, it's exhausting.
I completely understand. Been there, done that. But the bigger question is why? Why do we do that? Resistance takes so much more effort.
Probably because we try to control the outcome of something. Like we are afraid of how things might change, so we try with everything we have just to maintain yesterday.
Yes, that certainly plays a part, Wanda, but there's an even bigger part than just attraction and resistance.
Oh goody, what's that?
You, silly.
You, me?
Yes, you.
I know the whole mess I've co-created is all my fault because I co-created it.
That's just the fear talking.
Yeah, that's not what we're referring to at all, Wanda.
Oh, then what were you talking about?
The other difference in the stories that you told about how life was a year ago and how it is today.
Yes?
The other huge difference in those two stories, in those two realities, is...
Don't keep me in suspense.
You.
Yes, you, Wanda. Back then, you mattered.
I'd like to argue with you guys, but I think that there might be something to what you're saying. I used to feel like I mattered.
You do matter, my sweet daughter.
God?
The one and only.
God, you think I matter?
Wanda, my child, you matter more than you could possibly understand.
But God, I feel powerless, exhausted, defeated.
Have you learned as much from that experience as you'd like to?
I've learned a lot more than I ever thought I wanted to know about all those feelings.
So you are ready to live something different then?
Oh, yes.
You begin to empower yourself simply remembering who you are, whose child you are, and that you really do matter. Do you feel that?
Yes, I do actually. I'm feeling stronger already, more hopeful.
That is the parts of yourself that you accidentally gave to your old circumstance. It is coming back to you.
But what about those circumstances?
Things can change very quickly if you decide to let them. When fighting the current in a river, the first thing you do is to just stop fighting, stop resisting, let go.
Go with the flow of where your life is trying to take you.
Remember, you are part of the river, and you are co-creating the river. There's no need to fear.
Okay, I can do that, I think.
Just have a little faith. I design things so that they can change very quickly once we let them. Besides, I'll be floating down the river with you. Ready for life to be fun again?
I've been praying for it, God. I know you've been listening.
Yes, I have. Come on now. Let's go have some fun.
This morning is the subject's on empowering you. You should close your eyes and get comfortable. Let your mind relax so you can go inside. Just letting all the thoughts of the outside world drift away, becoming centered. Remembering that you are the center of your life. Seeing everything else on the outside. Knowing that it all comes from within. And oftentimes, we want to see what isn't empowering us. I envision an energy room inside of myself. So this morning I want you to imagine going inside of your energy room, your power room. And as you walk into this space, the first thing I want you to notice is it filled with love or fear? If it's fear that you see, I want you to imagine cleaning out the cobwebs, letting it all go. Seeing it being released. And fill it up with love. The love for you, the love for life, the love of God. All those things combined. Filling that space up so it's overflowing. And as you get in touch with that energy, I want you to check out the engines in this room. Are they running on full tilt boogie? Or there's not a spark to be found to get them moving? I want you to feel yourself repair and enhance these engines. Get them moving so they're going full force. Remember what that feeling is like. It's been so long ago. It's been recent. Just reconnect with that energy. Feeling those motors running, flowing into every area of your body and your life as that energy flows from its core. As if it's sending power and electricity throughout your world. And as those engines are running full force, I want you to feel it ignite with that energy, that aura of love that surrounds the room. Is intertwined. With that combination, notice how it changes, how it feels now. Notice the difference it makes with your motivation, your energy level, your creativity. That room in full power. Notice the overlay of God's energy and your passion and things that you want to accomplish in life. As if it was this transparency that's overlaying this room, enhancing its energy, making it more in alignment with who you are. Your spiritual self. As you picture this energy, feel yourself being tuned with it and come outside of yourself, back into your body. And just like in the drama performance, picturing yourself on that river of life. This new energy How are you running downstream? Is it going downstream or upstream? What's your boat look like? Your engine's on that boat. Feel yourself aligned with God and creating your river, your path. Feel yourself easily flow down that river with jets behind you, the current pushing you along, allowing you to flow more easily on your journey, noticing the sights on the banks. Sometimes you may want to stop and observe, other times just keep going. It's your path, your journey. You get to decide the routes you want to take and the journey you'd like to have. Feel that motivation, that passion, and that alignment in sync with your desires. With God on your side as your guide, showing you the best routes, the things that you may forget to look at, guiding you, inspiring you, and opening your creativity and mind to greater and better things. Remembering the sights along the way and the energy that comes from within. Feel yourself empowered, in alignment, and on the same page with God, the universe. You're ready? Feel yourself coming back. Ready to live it on a physical end. Physical side, knowing it's going to be even better than what you pictured. Because you can taste it, smell it, touch it. You ready? You can come back and open your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Feel that energy shift.
Empowering you, empowering me. Boy, this is quite a subject. You know, this week, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I was watching a little bit, and there were all these commercials on asking about, from a political standpoint, is your life better now than it was 2.5 years ago? And rather than looking at giving my power out, I chose to take that statement and to look inward. To say, Scott, based on your own choices, is your life better today than it was a year ago? Boy, that's a spooky place to get to. It's a real empowering place to get to, but it's a spooky place to get to initially. Especially if you're the one asking it of yourself. If someone else is asking it of you, it's easy to make up a good answer on the drop of a hat. Someone says, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you? The no-brainer answers. But when it's you asking you, based on my own decisions, is my life better than it was a year ago? There's no glossed over answer. Oh, I'm fine. How are you? To yourself. So I invite you this week to take an inventory of your life and your choices over the last year. Do you feel as though you're on an inner tube floating down the river, effortlessly having fun in your life? Maybe on a big inner tube with all your friends, or your family, or God? That stuff is just flowing? Or you feel like you're about chest deep in that water, up to your knees in mud, trying with everything you have just to maintain your position as the current's pushing against you?
What if you feel there's no current? You're just not going anywhere.
Same thing but different? Same thing but different?